y'all, it's your girl Zaria, aka Black Phoebe Hollowell. I'm back with another video. I just want to start off by saying Merry Christmas to everybody, and I hope that you guys are having a good day. Alright y'all, so the topic that I'm going to talk about today is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. It's always something that I post on my social media, you know, ranting about or just talk about in general, and what I have experienced in my personal life with dating and just socialization in general. Alright y'all, let's get into it. So basically the topic that I'm going to be talking about today is the ugly baby mama. Quotations around ugly, because these women don't be ugly. They're by societal standards, they might be deemed as ugly, but in a general conclusion, I don't think they're ugly. So let's start off. I'm going to start off with Kevin Hart, but I'm going to be giving multiple examples of what I picked up as a pattern that happens with black men in the industry and black men in general in our community. So I'm starting off with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, his first wife, Torrei Hart, was a dark-skinned woman with black features that are deemed as black or African-American features. I want to say like this ugly baby mama trope is like deemed in featureism and colorism, because sometimes the baby mama still can be a darker skin tone, but their features aren't like, you know, the most deemable African-American features. And that being said, you guys, that is the reason why I didn't put Diddy in my collection of pictures here, because Kim Porter is an example of that. Me saying that your baby mother or the mother of your child can be a darker skinned woman, but her features are not as what people were perceived as ugly. Like Kim Porter had like 4A gray hair, like certain stuff like that. So that is why I didn't put Diddy into my collection right here of who I'm going to talk about. But I am talking about also how black men first children, like the first set of their children before they are like really big in the industry, like even big, like okay, they'll still be famous, but not as famous as they were. Because back then, Kevin Hart wasn't popping off until his stand-up comedy started becoming viral on social media. Social media is what made Kevin Hart who he is. Kevin Hart has been in, like, comedies like Soul Plane before, you know. But his, like, stand-up didn't start popping off until we got older and we started seeing his stand-up comedy online. And so through social media, YouTube and such. So Kevin Hart's first kids look like him. They're dark skinned. They have, you know, larger noses, larger lips. They look identical to him. But when you compare it to his youngest kids, to his newest wife, Nico, I hope I pronounced her name right, his kids still look like him, but they're like a lighter version of him. And if you also notice that Kevin Hart likes to paint himself as a lighter person whenever he cartoonized himself, like I believe like a few years ago, he released like a cartoon of him and his family, and he made everybody a whole lighter skin complexion than what they really were. And a lot of people don't agree with the treatment of Torrei, how he cheated on her, how he did this to her, but he also cheated on Nico. I don't really think black men treat, well, I do believe that they treat their lighter counterpart or their lighter significant others better, but it's also like they do them dirty as well, but they also just see them as a trophy. As far as treating them better, I think it's more so as they see their lighter significant other as a trophy, mainly so. Like the reason why I'm speaking on this topic is because I've been like talking about it for years, but also because I saw an Instagram post about the ugly baby mama, or about like the fetishization of lighter skinned women or non-black women, or like ambiguous looking women. How like that situation with Danny Lay and the baby happened recently, where he kicked her out her house out his house, and he was telling the whole lie that she was a nobody. She wasn't nobody to him. She was just a side beep, you know, beep it out. And she sat there and she made that song about red bones is what he liked, and in her head she thinking just because she's a lighter skin complexion that he's going to treat her better. And they know it. They freaking know it. They know that just because they lighter, they expect a black man to treat them better. And that comes with Sin Santana bringing up Sin Santana's comments that she made on a radio show about how Like, she believes that black men treat Spanish women better, which they do. She didn't lie. She told no lies. She read the room. She told no lies. But they know that black men treat them better. And when they don't get treated better, they're like, I'm not no regular girl. I'm Spanish. I'm this. I'm that. You shouldn't be treating me like this. Alright, y'all. Alright, I'm on my next person. We on Curtis. We on Curtis. You know I gotta talk about Curtis. And the reason why I gotta talk about Curtis is because everybody points this out. Everybody has a problem with 50 Cent because he treats his son that looks identical to him, his biological son, his firstborn. He treats his firstborn like trash. Mind this, whatever goes on between his son ain't our business, ain't whatever, you know? But it's about the treatment, how he gives his second son, Sire, like literally just all the love that he can give him. And the way he treats his son that looks just like him is a mess. So, starting off, 50 Cent first baby mama, our dark-skinned black woman. Now his new baby mama, Daphne Joy, Video Vixen. She's been in a few videos like, what's that? She's been in like Carry Out by Justin Timberlake and Timberland. She's been in videos like that. And mind this, he don't treat her better because she has some allegations against him about how he knocked the door down and hit her and stuff like that. But he treats her better because of the way she looks. Look, I'm just saying, we bringing him up as an example now. Alright, y'all, let's get off of Curtis. My point was his first baby mama or his ex-wife was a black presenting woman with black features, and then he clearly fetishizes his second baby mama who's Asian. But anyway, we're going to get on to the real. This is the most good example that I can use to further my point. We are going to talk about Lil Wayne. And look at this picture. Like, every single baby mother get lighter as we go. Like, alright, y'all. Mind this. When I said the ugly baby mama earlier, it's all a facade. Nobody is really... None of these people be ugly. They be black, and people try to say that black features are ugly. But let's get on Toya. Lil Wayne, his first baby mother is Toya. I don't really think people consider Toya ugly, but considering she's the darkest, he started off as his first baby mama, who's the darkest skinned woman, and his daughter, Reginae, is the darkest out of all his kids. Literally, she starts dark and then it goes down. All his kids literally go dark to light. Like, swear to God, they all go. But my point is, Lil Wayne also don't even approve of having a dark-skinned daughter. When people like try to say about his colorist comments, he just responds and says the difference is my daughter is a dark-skinned millionaire. Like, then his next baby mother was his baby mother of his son Dwayne. Her name's Sarah. This is her. Then his next baby mother is Nivea, the singer, an R&B singer. Then he goes on to have a child with Lauren London. Also, side note, Nivea and Lauren London were pregnant at the same time. He had two women pregnant at the same time. That's another story for another day. But my whole point is, Lil Wayne started off with a dark-skinned baby mother and then worked his way through biracial, lighter-skinned, or racially ambiguous women, which he clearly brags about in his songs and uplifts it. My next example is Eazy. These are his two kids, his firstborns, Erica and Eric, named after him. He actually has two sons named after him. Like Eazy got around. I already discussed this matter in one of my videos prior to this one. I actually got a lot of reviews and a lot of views on it. I appreciate that. But if you want to watch it, click the link of my channel. It's on there. It discusses how many kids Eazy has. Back to the content I'm discussing today. Eazy's example is his first baby mother started off as not really it. I'm not really trying to touch the basis of them starting off as dark skinned. They start off black, okay? They start off black with black features, and then as they, get into fame and they start making money, it's not so long. It's not, after that, it's not so good to have a black, significant other. They have to be racially ambiguous. They have to be lighter. This is his first baby mama, Eazy, the mother of Eric and Erica. Mind this, she's not the darkest person ever, but her features are still more blacker than his other baby mothers, who are Tamika and the mother of his child, Aaron. My next example is Notorious Biggie Smalls. And if you know Biggie Smalls and you're familiar with his lyrics, you already know he has some self-hating problems going on, you know, ugly and black as ever. I don't get it. But first he started off with his baby mother, the mother of his daughter, and then, you know, began to date and marry Faith Evans, who he has his son Christopher, who has a lighter complexion compared to his sister, you know. And if we're being honest, his daughter looks more like him than his son does. So my point is, Biggie Small, first child, started off as the child that looks exactly like him, who is his same complexion. And then his baby mother looks like in a similar complexion and looks more like him. And then he married Faith Evans, who is lighter skinned, pale, and biracial as well. So my next example is my fave, and if you know me, you know I love Sisqo, and I hate to do it to him, but for another example, his daughter looks like him. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Thong Song video, not the remix, that's my favorite, the remix with Foxy Brown, the video where he's dancing on girls, like literally walking on their hand. His daughter at the beginning of the video comes and asks him, what is this, which is a thong, and now he's with an Asian woman and has kids that look nothing like him. Like, I'm like, that's not how I imagine Sisqo's kids will look. When I was younger, I never imagined they would look like that, but alright, my next example, Scottie Pippen. This is his first wife, Karen McCollum. I hope I said her name, last name right. She started off dark skinned. Now y'all see y'all see what he doing, like what he dealing with now with his baby mama wife, whatever. She over here messing around with Future and stuff. Like, y'all see it now. This is also another picture of Karen McCollum, and that was his son Antoine, who unfortunately passed away. And this is with Antoine when he was younger. This is Scottie Pippen's ex Sonya with their daughter Taylor Pippen. Look at his daughter, y'all. Look at his daughter compared to his kids. Now I'm about to post his kids right now. My point is that the children that are more black presenting that celebrities have are most likely always hidden in the shadows. A lot of people don't even know what they look like. And then the biracial kids that they have with a non-black woman or a racially ambiguous woman are the kids that are always the face of their social medias. And these are the kids here. I think the real question that we need to ask is, why do black men hate the kids that look like them the most? Because they don't really show them off. They don't really cater to them. And we're about to get on to another person that is a good example of that. Like, look at the contrast between him and his sons. His biracial kid and his son that was with a black woman. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, last example. First of all, I can go on for hours. This video is coming up to 12 minutes, y'all. I can go on for hours with example. But we're going to conclude this with the notorious Dr. Dre. And if you're familiar with Dr. Dre, you already know that he doesn't have a good history with women, especially darker skinned women or black women in general. He has a history of abuse. He has a history of assault, all of that. Mind this, Dr. Dre is just as slutty as Eazy. So I may be wrong with my research about who's the firstborn, who's this, who's that, because he has a lot of kids. But supposedly this is his firstborn. And as you can see, although he's light, he's still more black presenting compared to his youngest kids that I'm about to post. These are his daughters that he has with Lisa Johnson, who says that Dr. Dre was abusive towards her. Also, by the way, Dr. Dre's daughter, one of his daughters, been saying that she's been homeless for a while and he doesn't communicate with her. He doesn't do anything for her. And these are his oldest kids that he had when he was in like the 80s. But it seems like he does his all for his biracial kids or racially ambiguous kids that he has with his current ex-wife that he just divorced. These are his kids that he has with Nicole Young, his current ex-wife that he just divorced just like a few weeks ago. Just comparing them to how his black presenting kids look, his first kids compared to now, all these racially ambiguous kids that he presents and that he showcases off, but does his older kids dirty. Look at the comparison of his daughters to his current daughter, his youngest daughter, Truly, and look at how she's not really that black presenting. She's racially ambiguous compared to her siblings. Alright, y'all, that's the last of my examples, and I'm going to go ahead and end this video really quickly because I'm running out of time. But please let me know if you want part 2, and please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and Merry Christmas. Thank you so much.